Hi guys, in this week's lessons we're going to be looking at different types of motions, which is an important part of the AQA specification for revision. Again, we're going to try and do this through some practical tasks. And today's task is to start off by making a revision aid that has different types of motion on. As a model, you can work with wood or card or paper or just do illustrations. I would recommend trying to make something interactive. It's a lot easier to learn from. So we're going to be making one of these little interactive revision mats that shows different types of motion: linear, oscillating, and rotary, and reciprocating. Okay, so coming up with some information on how to do that, and next lesson we'll look at some more complicated mechanisms, building up towards trying to make some kind of contraption or invention or toy that uses a range of different motions. Cheers. So today we're just going to be using some corrugated card, but you can use any type of card, cereal box, any waste card or paper. It won't work quite as effectively with paper, but it will work as a revision resource. It may not move as smoothly. I'm going to be marking out and writing with my Sharpie. I'm going to use a stapler for some pieces, but that can be substituted with sellotape, craft knife, pair of scissors, and I'm going to be using some split pins. If you don't have split pins, I'll explain some alternatives that you could use later. That's it. Right, I'm going to do a quick time lapse now of the making process, and then I'll go through the details afterwards. So here's my finished revision resource. I've just made mine out of card. I've used some split pins. If you don't have split pins, you could use nails or cocktail sticks or screws and work in wood. If not, you can do illustrations that show the same idea. But it's good to make something tangible that you can work with as a revision resource. So here we've got oscillating. Yeah, so think of like how a swing works. Rotary. Okay, so we can rotate that one. As part of this, I've made the rotary convert into the reciprocating, which means a backwards and forwards action. So this is running from a cam, which we'll look at next lesson in a bit more detail. So that's reciprocating, backwards and forwards, and linear. Yeah, so just a straight linear motion, but also you can make that reciprocate as well, back and forth. Okay, so I'll just break it down into the pieces I made, so you can make your own. So I'm just using split pins, as I said. So oscillating is incredibly simple. You just place the oscillating piece through with enough space for it to swing. And there's your oscillating piece. Rotary, again, you could find something round or you could cut a circle. I have now started with a piece of card, made it round, found the centre. I couldn't actually find a compass, which would have been very helpful to find the centre. So I had to do it roughly. So if you've got a compass, obviously that's a lot easier. You'll notice here I've also attached the reciprocating piece, which I'll show you how that's put together. So the reciprocating piece, obviously this arm here needs to clear the top of this split pin. So I've made a little card washer that you can probably see in the time lapse that I've put in there. Just so it's got enough clearance to cover the top, otherwise it's going to get stuck on there every single time. And then you put that through, nice and simple. And then the other two, I've just made some little loops, like a belt loop, using a piece of card and a stapler, but you could use a glue gun or sellotape. And I've stapled it on. I've then raised it slightly and stapled the next side so that I can run my card underneath. Literally like putting your belt on through your trousers. So that goes through there. That goes through there. And then you get the movement. These mechanisms are exactly what are used, obviously these are quite primitive, in pop-up cards and interactive card designs. So if you wanted to, an extension task, you can make one of these into a card with some movement inside by adding characters or other pieces of design to each of the pieces. And you could even make a little book for a younger sibling to entertain them.